Okay, so chapter 513, Flower Circle. I just finished reading this chapter and boy, it was good, but it felt a little bit like extended spoilers, I'm going to be honest here. So we actually started getting the aftermath of Rogue and Sting, you know, that place where Arcade was defeated essentially. And there's not much to it, but what I found interesting there was, well, I wouldn't call it great development necessarily, but we actually get to see Minerva trying to apologize to Kagura for what happened in the Grand Magic Games, which I thought was quite interesting. But of course Kagura actually just brushes it off and saying that she's done, you know, hating on people essentially. But there wasn't really much more to that except for the fact that you actually get to see Larcade out cold this time, I believe, and that kind of confirms that he's out. I mean, some people were saying, including me, that he might still have some fight left in him, but given the fact that he has lies on the ground pretty much down for the count, I just don't see it, you know. And then we get to the Ursa part, where she is fighting Eileen along with Wendy, and this is, of course, the focus of this chapter, as some people will know. So we get to see Ursa attacking Eileen quite intensely, in fact. And Eileen does not seem to be greatly affected by Ursa's attacks. I mean, she's quite impressed at Ursa's power in a sense, but at the same time, she is. I think she even tells Ursa at one point during count that she's disappointed that Ursa cannot do more than what she's actually doing. And so the title for this chapter was a mystery to some people, or most people actually, including myself. I had no idea this was going to be the case. So what we get is Eileen. Well, when Ursa attacks Eileen with her Heaven's Wheel armor or whatever, Eileen does something that is, I did not expect this at all. And I will be showing this panel, by the way, because it's impossible to describe with words alone. Essentially, she takes that attack and makes, well, she kind of, I guess you could say she draws a flower with Ursa's weapons on the ground around her, and you get a text beside this panel which says that, which explains that in Japan a teacher will draw a flower around, like on an assignment that a student has made to signify that it's it's a well-made assignment essentially. So what you can assume here is that Eileen is praising Ursa in some sense. Now, what she's praising her for is the fact that she can control so many weapons, but she doesn't like her power, okay? She hates the fact that Ursa has still not gotten stronger than this. So I'm not sure really, because the flower would signify that she's she's proud of Ursa's power, but at the same time, like right after she actually tells her that it is disappointing, you can tell that Eileen is not having any of it. Like, she's not even phased by these attacks. The difference in power in Ursa and Eileen is so clear. Like, you can't win without help here, I don't think. I know this, she's Ursa, okay, she might pull through somehow, but I just don't see how. Eileen is not even taking any damage from these attacks whatsoever. There's zero damage. And after that, we of course get the big one, the big revelation. Eileen drops the bomb to Ursa that she is in fact her mother. Now, those who read the spoilers will know this, but for those who don't, yes, Eileen is Ursa's mother. But not only that, he actually thought Ursa was dead since long ago. What I find quite interesting revolving their relationship, I guess you could call it, is that Eileen doesn't give a shit about Ursa dying at this point because she is still an enemy, and the same goes for Ursa. Because Ursa pretty much tells her that, yeah, I don't give a shit if you're my mother because you're my enemy. And Eileen just says, yeah, but well, you have defied the Alvarez Empire, so I'm gonna kill you as well. So yeah, they're not exactly having the best, bonding, if you know what I mean. We don't really get to see more fighting, but we do get to see some, well, not crazy dialogue, but we do get to see some dialogue. And something that we do get is actually, of course, Eileen telling Ursa that she was once the Queen of Dragons, and she also gives her full name, which is Eileen Belserion. And then we get the end text, which is Ursa's secret defies time and space, and the next chapter is called The Origin of Dragons. But we already knew that. Okay, so what do I think about this chapter? Well, it is a good chapter, but it did feel like extended spoilers for those who have read the spoilers. If you haven't read the spoilers, I'm sure this is a great chapter. But yeah, the only big new part was the Flower Circle revelation and the the Sting Rogue and that part that was not featured in the spoilers at all. So that's a good touch. I like that. Now, as for what the next chapter could mean, I mean, I guess most people are gonna guess that it is a flashback chapter of some sort, and I am kind of leaning towards that as well. I am gonna make a prediction video on its own, so I'm not really gonna go into that. But I can probably hint that I will be talking about, yeah, the past. So it's going to be revolving around a flashback of some sort, getting deeply into Eileen's past, I guess, and maybe we might get to see Urza, well, why Urza was abandoned. Now I don't really know how that's gonna happen, but anyway, that's all for this video. Let me know what you think, and if you did, please like this video and subscribe if you're new. Bye.